Hi Libra, welcome to your general love reading. This is Pythia's Prophecy Tarot, and this is for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. So, welcome Libra. It's going to be a 12 card reading this time, and then we'll just clarify as we go along. Now, if you're familiar with tarot, you know that these readings are general. They're not going to, every little bit isn't going to resonate with everyone. So, please just take the bits that apply, leave the rest, okay? And if none of it resonates, check your other placements. And hopefully you'll find some message there. Okay, so let's get started. Libra. What's the message here for Libra? Ooh, Four of Pentacles reversed. Okay. Letting go. Letting go. You're letting go of stuff. Oh, what is this? Eight of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, and a Star. Okay. And message for Libra. Ooh, the World, High Priestess, Knight of Swords, and the Knight of Pentacles. Okay. Message for Libra. Nine of Cups, Three of Pentacles, Hierophant, and one more, Ten of Wands, with the Hanged Man. Okay. So Libra, it feels like you've had some kind of awakening or realization about something, okay? And you're letting go, you're not holding back anymore. It feels like letting go of anything that was holding you back, right? It could even just be inhibitions. You're just letting it all go. You're very focused now. You know what you want to work on. And you've got some kind of goal here with this Ace of Cups and the Star, and you're very focused on that. You don't want to hold back from that anymore, okay? With the World, you're not afraid to change things up. Okay, I feel anything that you held on to from your old life or your past, you're letting it go. You're very focused on this new, fresh energy with this World. Some of you may even be willing to travel, okay, in order to pursue this. With this High Priestess, it's like you have an inner knowing that this is what you need to move towards, okay, that this chapter is what's right for you. But you are being very careful. You are keeping it to yourself. You're not really telling a lot of people, okay? With this Knight of Swords coming towards the High Priestess, I just feel like that's your intuition speaking to you, okay? With this Knight of Pentacles, you're very focused on putting in the effort here. You're in it for the long haul, okay? You're in it for the long haul as well. With this Nine of Cups, it's like anything that held you back from going for whatever you truly wanted, you're ending that. Now you're focused on yourself with this Nine of Cups. So some of you are looking at new partnerships, okay? And for some of you, it could even be in the realm of work where you're looking at new partnerships. Yeah, with the Hierophant, could definitely be. For some, it is in the realm of work, okay? Or like you could be wanting to partner up with some other company or an institution or whatever. Okay. And with this Ten of Wands, yeah, I feel like, I feel like these two things are book ending. Like this Four of Pentacles reversed, it's like letting go of stuff and just being done with it with this Ten of Wands, feels like a book end. And what's bookending it, what's in the middle is all this work being done on something new that you desire, okay? So for some of you, you could be at a crossroads where you're thinking of letting go of the past, okay? Maybe you still have obligations, things you need to finish out, or, things that need to be completed. But you're pretty much decided that you want to be done, okay? That's what I'm getting. But with this hanged man, there's no action being taken. I feel it's more like a realization that you have had. Okay. And if it's not you, it could be someone else. But I feel it could be you for many of you. Okay, so let's see. What's the message for Libra? What's the message here for Libra? And let's not forget, I mean, Virgo season is almost over. There is a new moon. But soon we'll be in Libra season and there'll be a new moon coming up in your sign. And it feels like at that point you'll be ready. You'll be ready to close out the old and start the new. Okay, so let's look at this Four of Pentacles reversed for Libra. Why is the Four of Pentacles reversed here for Libra? Seven of Wands and the Lovers. Yeah, you're determined to choose from the heart. Okay, you're determined to make the right choice for you. Yeah. Let's look at the what is it? The Eight of Pentacles. Why is the Eight of Pentacles there for Libra? Nine of Wands reversed. Yeah, you're giving up on other things, okay? Whatever you put your energy and time into in the past, I think you're giving up on it. Let's look at this Ace of Cups. Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, you think that it's time for change. It's time for something new. Yeah, with the Fool, you're ready to go off and explore. You want something fun, adventurous. And you're not going to be held back anymore. Let's look at the Star. The Queen of Wands. For some of you, I mean, you are making a choice to choose somebody, okay, after holding back from this person for a long time. You feel like this is the right thing for you, okay. Let's look at the World. Why is the World there for Libra? The Star. See, the Star is an amazing new chapter, a chance to be with someone amazing. Let's look at the High Priestess. Six of Cups, King of Wands. Some of you could be heading back to someone you've known. Or if it's not someone you've known from your past, then it could be just a past life connection, okay? Because it's like you have an inner knowing that this is a soulmate. Let's look at the Knight of Swords. Nine of Cups. Yeah, it's like your inner knowing is almost speaking to you and telling you this is what you want. Go for it, Let's look at the Knight of Pentacles. Ace of Cups. Yeah, you're being cautious. You're working diligently. You're trying to do whatever you have to before you start this. Let's look at the Knight of Pentacles again. Yeah, and the Hierophant. I think you see a chance to be in a new commitment, okay, for some of you. And it doesn't have to mean that you're leaving an old commitment, okay, just because this is coming up as a Lovers. I think it's more like you're making a choice to not hold back from this person, okay. What you're letting go of, I mean, it could be different things, right? It could be a job. It could be living with family, whatever. But you see a chance to commit now, okay? And with this Nine of Pentacles, I think you're going to work towards this. Let's look at the Nine of Cups. Ten of Cups, yeah, this is what you desire. And you feel like this person, wow, this person can complete you, right? The 9 to the 10, it feels like completion. Wow, let's look at the Three of Pentacles. Eight of Swords. You do wonder though about the day, like I feel the Three of Pentacles is more of a day-to-day working energy, because you're kind of coming up here with this Knight of Pentacles, okay? Very methodical, very, a methodical person, right? So it feels like you may be worried about duties that you have, things you have, but you know that you want to leave whatever you're embroiled in now to go towards this new energy, okay, this new fresh energy. Let's look at the Hierophant. Yeah, the High Priestess. You're keeping this, see, this feels, in a love connection, it feels very spiritual with the Hierophant and the High Priestess. Let's look at the Hierophant. Yeah, Strength and the High Priestess. Wow. So I think you are Your intuition is really speaking to you loudly, and it's also telling you to keep things quiet. Okay, you need to be quiet. With the Seven of Swords, you need to not be too open and honest here. Because I feel with the star energy and the Wheel of Fortune and this Ace of Cups, it's like something amazing. For some of you, this is an amazing new opportunity, okay? And maybe it's best you don't talk about it too much or share it, yeah, there's something like that. Let's look at this Ten of Wands, especially if this represents a job, okay? Let's look at the Ten of Wands. Why is the Ten of Wands there for Libra? Why is the Ten of Wands there for Libra? Four of Pentacles. Yeah, I think it's you know that you need to be done here, Libra. Okay, with the Four of Pentacles, though you are still shirking a little bit of holding back. With the Devil, right, beneath it, and the Ace of Swords beneath that. So you know you're being held back. Maybe by fears, whatever, right? You're quite clear about that. With this Knight of Pentacles energy, though, you are being a little slow. Okay, you're being a little slow to discharge your duties and to go towards this opportunity. Okay, person, opportunity, whatever. With the Hanged Man as well, it's taking a long time. I feel it's taking a long time. Okay, because with this Knight of Pentacles energy, I feel like you're pretty loyal. So whether it's a job or a relationship or whatever you committed to, right? Even if it's just staying at home with family, you don't want to, you clung on to that situation for a long time until now when you realize that you're done clinging on, okay? Like you're ready to let it go. But it's taken a while to get there, yeah, it's taken quite a while, okay? Okay, Libra. What's the message here for Libra? What's the message for Libra? Okay, let's look at that Seven of Wands. Nine of Cups. Yeah, now you're determined to get your wish. Like it's your time. You're going to get your wish. Let's look at the Lovers. The Ace of Wands. Yeah, there's a new passion here. Okay, and you're deciding to choose passion. We do have the King of Pentacles. So if it's a person you may want to commit to this person. Okay, like you see a future with them. If it's a job, it's just a much better opportunity. Let's look at the Nine of Wands reverse. The Queen of Pentacles. You played this dutiful partner, and I think you're done doing that. Okay. Yeah, you're giving up. You don't want to be the dutiful partner in whatever relationship you're in. Okay. Yeah, you want to be free. You want to be single. Let's look at the Wheel of Fortune. The Hierophant. Yeah, you see chance for something better. A better institution, a better commitment, something of the sort. Okay. Let's look at this Queen of Wands. Seven of Wands. Yeah, you're determined to have this. Okay, it's whatever it is, a job, a person. It's very attractive, And I think with the Star, it's highly sought after. So if it's a person, they're getting a lot of attention. Like they're known, like they're seen to be a catch. Okay, if it's a job, everyone thinks it's an amazing opportunity, something like that. There's going to be competition. Okay, there is going to be competition, but with the Seven of Wands, I feel you're prepared to fight. You want this person, job, whatever. Let's look at the Star. Eight of Swords. And the Chariot. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. I think, Libra, you're bogged down in going towards this. Okay. And that's what's been holding you here for the longest time. You've got the Eight of Swords beneath this Hanged Man as well. So the problem is that you have been listening to your fears and they've held you captive. Okay, we did see the Devil. You've been held captive. You've been stuck maybe in a rut, right? And it's because of fear. Fear is keeping you there. Okay, it's time to move on from that. Okay, now let's look at this. Let's look at this Hierophant. Yeah, the Hermit. Some of you could be dealing with a Virgo. The Hermit and the Devil. Yeah, I think you know. You're very focused on this. Okay, you know that it's become a trap for you, right? You see it with the Hermit energy. You do know that. And yet you can't seem to extricate yourself. You know you want to, okay? You know you want to, but you're going about it rather slowly. Okay, let's look at this Eight of Swords here. Page of Pentacles. And the Six of Swords. Yeah, you may feel like, you committed or you started something in this new company or something, right? And you have to leave this and move on, and it's not sitting well with you. You may feel like you have to leave something that you started. So if it's a job, maybe you just, you started it, and then very soon thereafter something else amazing came up, okay? I mean, for some of you, you may have been in a relationship, and soon after met someone that you really loved, really liked, okay? And now you feel like you want to move towards this person. I mean, for some of you, that's definitely there. We do have the Three of Cups as well, so it could be a third party for some. Let's look at this High Priestess. Justice. Yeah, I think your intuition is telling you that this is the right thing for you. Let's look at Strength. The Hanged Man. See, to see the situation differently. So I think you know everything you need to know, okay, Libra? You do know everything you need to know. You know that this is the right thing for you. You feel it's going to complete you. It's an amazing opportunity. So it's literally just your fear of leaving whatever it is you have to leave behind, Let's look at this Four of Pentacles. Yeah, the Knight of Cups and one more. The Five of Cups. You're wondering if you're going to regret this. That's the only thing. You are wondering if you move towards this, are you going to regret it? Well, you know what? You're not going to know unless you try, right? Anything with that kind of reward comes with risk, right? An opportunity, whether it's a job, a person, whatever. I mean, this person, if it's a relationship, this person is, you could be seeing this person as maybe being a little out of your league or something, okay? It's like they're very dazzling. With the Seven of Wands, you feel like you have to fight for this person. There's an air of feeling like you've got to fight for them, okay? So I don't think it's even someone that you're in a relationship with. And you're wondering, are you going to regret leaving whatever it is behind? But I don't think so, because we've got Justice here. Let's take a look at this. Let's look at it again. Why is the High Priestess there? Yeah, Justice and the King of Pentacles, There is an opportunity for something better here. Yeah. So, along with the Hanged Man, we've got the Moon and the Lovers, okay? So all your fears regarding making this choice, that's what you need to let go of with the Hanged Man. You need to see it differently and you need to release it, okay? We do have an eclipse coming up, a new moon in Virgo, right? So coming up in a few days. So perhaps now's the time to have that recognition to, once you decide and you make the choice, then it's just going through the actions, right? Going through the motions. But you got to do it, okay, right? Because here it's almost like you're faltering at the last step with this Ten of Wands. You need to just be done with whatever you're in right now, and you're just holding back. You're sort of faltering, because you're wondering if you're going to regret this, but that's just fear talking to you, okay? So that's what I have for you, Libra. I hope you will get done with this last step, and then there's a whole amazing chapter waiting for you here, okay? So it's just about having the courage to take that leap of faith, okay? So yeah, do tell me in the comments if it resonates. I'd love to hear from you. Please do hit like, share, and subscribe. It helps the channel so much. I'd be so grateful. And I'll see you next time.